Hello and welcome to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your reader, the Gemstar, and this is the weekly tea. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. For your own personal private readings with the Gemstar, visit our website at kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site in the description box below. Now, let's have a sip of the weekly tea together. Hello and welcome to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar, here live to pick up the kettle and spill the weekly tea for all the Zodiac signs. We want to thank you for your support, for hitting that like button, for leaving a comment in the comment section, for reaching out to us for your own personal private readings. All the information is in the description box below. We want to thank our viewers and subscribers for supporting our work and our channel here on YouTube. Thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. So, the Gemstar has a question for her viewers and subscribers this week ahead. What's your favorite tea? Leave it in the comment section. What's your favorite tea? We're gonna shuffle. We're gonna get into the zone of this week's ahead's energy and messages for all of the zodiac signs. We're going to begin with the birthday sign during these weekly tea readings. So we want to wish Libra and Scorpios a very happy birthday. Welcome to your solar new year. Let's see what the energies are we're picking up for each and every zodiac sign, especially you, Libra and Scorpio, that you're still rocking or are about to start rocking your birthday season. So, without further ado, let's pick up Libra's kettle and spill the weekly tea. Welcome, my scales of justice. This is your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar, picking up your weekly kettle and spilling the weekly tea. So, my scales of justice, you're still in your birthday season, so we're wishing each and every one of our scales of justice out there a very happy birthday and solar return. Happy birthday, Libra. Yes. I want to wish E out there a very happy birthday. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, E. From your girl, the Gemstar. Libra, Libra, Libra. What is the weekly tea for my scales of justice? Wow, scales of justice. Yes. Woo, yes, I love it. I love it. That's how we kick off the week. For Libra, the scales of justice, keeping things in balance, the universe looking out for you, things starting to go in your favor, injustices being corrected at this time right in front of you. It's the Lord blessing you this week ahead, setting a table before your enemies and showing you universal justice this week. Are you laying down the law and laying down the justice, Libra, this week? Are you doing the justice? All right. In the recent past, there has been many injustices, Libra, much unfairness, but this week the kettle is tipping in your favor. The scales are being aligned and justice is being done. This week we can see that there is a win, either financially or some wish that you have wanted, or some justice or fairness that you want. This week you're going to start receiving plenty of material things. So, financial blessings this week. Those wanting to purchase a home, purchase a vehicle, make a big purchase, or finally pay those bills, or get money that's owed to them, paid to them, Libra. So, paying debts and getting debts that are owed to you paid up this week. There has been a recent misunderstanding. So when it comes to money and finances, whether you're discussing it with your partner, whether you're discussing a renegotiation of a salary, of a position, there has been certain misunderstandings, unfairness. So this is a week to get clear on exactly what it is that you need and you want, so that that can be given to you. There may have been misunderstandings about who pays bills, who owes who owes what belongs to whom. And so this week, you are speaking up and you are putting things back into balance. Especially, Libra, if you have been spending a lot lately, or a partner is spending a lot, or if you are in business with someone and your partners, your business partners are overspending, you might want to get that in check this week ahead. There's a lot of messages coming through, a lot of back and forth. You may be negotiating a contract this week. You may be in court. You may be in a negotiating energy this week. You may be discussing salary, or discussing a position, or discussing with your partner's finances and purchases. But there's a lot of back and forth this week, and a lot of discussions about money and finances, Libra. So that energy is very high in your reading this week. So know to pay attention to the finances and to discuss it. And if you have to renegotiate any type of contract or agreement, this is the time to do it, because this is the time that things will play out in your favor and to your benefit. Yes, you're completing a project this week, or you're completing a job, a project, and you want to get paid, Libra, and so you will get paid. There is also a time of peace and harmony this week where you can work well with others to achieve your goals and overcome obstacles. That's those scales, okay? Bringing things back into balance, Libra. Tipping the scales back into your favor. Balancing things out with peace and harmony. You know, it's like you're going to attract more with honey this week than vinegar. So use that honey, all right? Sweet, sweet, sweet Libra. Put a whole lot of honey on those scales this week. Peace and harmony will bring you favor, okay? You're willing to calmly negotiate and talk things over this week, especially when it comes to money and finances. And there are going to be clearings of misunderstandings this week. especially with a matriarch or a man that you have been dealing with. It could be a boss, a lawyer, a husband, a friend, but there's a misunderstanding that's occurring or has occurred with someone who has a lot of speculations about you. They don't know you well, but they like to assume or they like to believe that they know what you're up to or what you're doing. Um, and they can cause a lot of problems through gossip. Okay, so you may have had a misunderstanding with someone close to you because someone else has been gossiping about you or making speculations and assumptions and spreading this around as it's the truth. But it's all because this person is jealous of you. If this isn't in the work front, then there's a co-worker that's going after your job or your position or wanting to get you out of a position or good opportunity, and they want to get themselves in there because they hating and they're jealous and they want to get you out the picture, and they've been spreading malicious gossip and lies, then the mask is about to fall off this person's face and the truth is about to be exposed, or you're going to find this out this week, where misunderstandings with you and others is really stemming from. Like finding out the source of a gossiper or an enemy. Okay? This person, they hate on your romantic life. If you're dealing with them in your personal life, okay, they hating on your relationship, or they'll gossip to your partner, your wife, your husband, and tell them garbage. And it's all because they jealous and they envy that you always have good luck. Okay, obviously there's some good luck this week for you, tipping in your favor, the scales, and the jealous one is going to start hating this week, spreading gossip because you're being blessed. And they're greedy. This person is greedy and wants what's yours. They want what's yours. So keep an eye out for that this week ahead, Libra. Okay? They want what's yours. Carry through with your ideas this week, Libra, because you will be successful. You have a big win. Happy birthday. Yes, Scales of Justice, happy birthday. You have a big, huge win this week ahead. And you know, some people will be happy for you when you win, but others, their jealousy and their envy will start creeping up, you know, that green envy in them. And it will come out this week. So ignore the haters. You're going to find out the source of the problem that you've recently been dealing with. But you are about to get a big win because you're going to follow through with your ideas and your plans. Don't let anybody steer you this week from your plans or your ideas, because you are overcoming obstacles this week, and there may be even an unexpected new relationship popping up or a big win financially. That has been your kettle, and that has been your tea, Libra. May you have a very fun-filled, love-filled, happy birthday. Scorpio, welcome Scorpio to your weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot. I am your oracle reader, the Gemstar, here to spill your weekly tea. So I'm going to pick up your kettle, Scorpios, and I'm going to spill your weekly tea. Scorpios, very happy birthday and solar return. My Scorpios, your birthday season is about to kick in And you are about to start celebrating a new solar year. Let's see what is going on in the weekly tea for Scorpios. Okay, so there may be some disappointment in the recent past or this week ahead when it comes to money and finances. This week, you may not receive the raise that you have asked for or get that new job you have applied for. There's going to be some disappointment when it comes to money and finances this week. There may be a setback, or there may be a new job that you applied for that is not coming through at this time, or the boss is not giving anybody raises this week ahead. So it's time for Scorpios to use patience and discernment when it comes to money and finances. Also, this is a week, Scorpios, to pay attention to your health. You may be having issues with your legs or your back. A lot of stress. You may be having a lot of health issues due to stress and tension. So there's the need to get that looked into this week, Scorpios. When it comes to job and raises, that's not coming through this week, but that's not to say that it won't eventually come through, Scorpios. It's just that this week there are some setbacks financially, or there may be more debt than money inflow coming in this week. So there may be some surprise expenses or bills, especially medical bills and hospital bills, that may be popping up this week. There's a need also to cut away with certain disappointments, like cut your losses in certain areas. We see you thinking of ways, coming up with plans on how to get things moving. So it may be frustrating, Scorpios, this week when there are some setbacks and there are some delays and obstacles, and you're going to have to wait something out because the universe is not ready, or others are not ready at this time to work with you. So there's a need to be patient this week ahead. You have a lot of energy, a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity, a lot of plans, and there's a need to go through them this week ahead. There's a lot on your mind. That's that stress that we were talking about earlier in your tea, that you may be having health issues, Scorpios, due to a lot of stress, especially financial stress, or you may be having creative blockages. And we're seeing creative blockages being removed at this time. So a lot of ideas are going to come through, a lot of plans, and your mind is running back and forth, to and fro this week. You may be even pacing back and forth, not getting enough sleep, rest, not eating right, not staying hydrated. Pay attention to your health, because a lot of it is due to delays, to stress, to obstacles, things not working out the way you expect them to, or in the time you want them to happen, and that's creating a lot of stress. All right, there's a need to trust your intuition this week. It's on point. So it's something saying, hey, Scorpio, don't go down this road. Don't do it. But a lot of you, your attention is coming and focusing on health and finances. And that could be stressing you out a bit, Scorpios. So The beginning of the week, Scorpios, it does start rocky, as we said. Just because there are delays and obstacles to your plans doesn't mean that eventually things won't play out in your favor, or certain things won't turn out in your favor. And so the beginning of the week starts out rocky, starts out intense, a lot of creative energy, a lot of ideas, a lot of projects you want to put into motion, and there's some delays there. So trust your intuition to guide you when it says be patient, wait things out, cut your losses in certain areas. There may be a need to cut back on certain expenses and putting that into balance. But by the end of the week, towards the weekend, Scorpios, into your birthday, there's some good news coming in, and there's a large gathering, maybe a wedding, a party, a certain event you're going to attend at the end of the week or during the weekend that is going to bring good fortune, fulfillment, and success in a certain area. So relationships, we see relationships starting. If you're already married or in a relationship, then we see that growing deeper. It's family time, family gathering, feeling loved and supported by the end of the week. As we see that the beginning of the week is very stressful for Scorpios. But towards the weekend, your friends, your family, your loved ones are with you. They may be concerned also about your health and be talking to you about that. You may be also spending time with someone who's having health issues. But there are happy occasions coming through, like weddings and birthday parties. So you may have a surprise birthday party next week. You have very good friends. That is confirmation. Friends, family supporting you, being there to celebrate your birthday. There is going to be some emotional fulfillment this week for Scorpios. Even though this week seems to be very draining mentally, energetically, physically. So energetically and physically for Scorpios this week, most of all, it's feeling that drained energy, that putting your all, working overtime or working hard on something. The victory is going to come, but not this week. Okay, this week is heavy work. But emotionally, things are paying off big time. Big time. Especially through your friends. They can help you if you're looking for work, or if you need help on an idea, or you need some type of support. Your friends are there. Your family are there. And they're very, very good to go to at this time for support, for advice, especially emotionally, because you may feel drained in that area. Victory is coming slowly but surely. In the meantime, find refuge in your friends and your loved ones this week. Go to those parties. Let your hair down. Let some stress fall off your back and your shoulders. Take your mind off of this stress, this focus, this obsession right now, and have some fun. Happy birthday, Scorpios. That has been the tea from your kettle. Saggies, welcome Sagittarius. This is the weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your Oracle reader, the Gemstar, here to spill the tea. So let's pick up Sagittarius's Kettle and start spilling the weekly tea for my Saggies. What's the energy for Sagittarius this week ahead? Thank you, Saggies, for tuning in and being part of our sacred space. The weekly messages for Sagittarius. Oh, okay, we'll accept it. Let's begin, Saggies. Someone you know may be coming out of jail this week or is dealing with a legal matter. Some of you may have a sibling or a family member coming out of jail this week or dealing with something legal this week. If you're dealing with something legal this week, know that this is going to be a difficult week and things are not looking good on a legal case, some type of legal issue, or someone having to deal with the law in one way, shape, fashion, or form. So this week, a warning for Saggies would be careful around law enforcement or anything that can get you into a legal situation, because it doesn't look favorable to take risks legally this week, especially when it comes to money and finances. Watch out who you're doing business this week. Watch out with doing underhanded business or shady business. Anything that can get you into a legal situation, because we can see imprisonment. We can see something legally not working out in someone's favor. You may have to pay someone money, or someone may take you into a get-rich-quick scheme type of thing, like a really shady offer, and you're going to lose out your money, your nest egg. This is not a good week to take financial risks or go into any shady type of deal or offer someone is making you, because, you know, someone is out here trying to steal money, try to get rich quick, and somebody's gonna pay by the letter of the law. Okay? Someone is breaking the law here or has broken the law. And things are not looking favorable for that person this week. So be careful with the company you keep this week, Saggies. Be very careful with the company you keep. Or if you're doing something, you know, illegally, or that can get you into a legal problem. Yeah, someone is feeling this week like stabbing somebody in the back, and that may be you, Sagittarius, okay? Someone is quick, fast this week to betray someone, and they look like they're about to betray you, get you involved in some shady deal, or take you in a scam. Watch out with those sob stories that are coming your way. Someone trying to part you from your money. You may be also backing off of someone in the area of love and romance. When it comes to your romantic relationships, some of you may be feeling confined and trapped. Okay? Or you feel like you're protecting yourself because a part of you is feeling like your partner is lying to you, is either cheating on you, or is hiding something from you, or has betrayed you. And so now you're keeping your distance. You're holding back. You may be holding back in a romantic connection because you're afraid of betrayal or someone who's exhibiting negative behavior, toxic behavior, and is making you feel trapped. So there's a lack of trust in a relationship that you're having with someone romantically. And you may be opting out this week from that relationship. Back to money, work, business, and finances. There's some obstacles, okay? Some of you may not be happy with the company you're working for. You may be thinking that something is shady or unfair going on in the business you work for or with a business partner. And this week you're at a crossroads. It's like this week when it comes to business, work, and finances, you're not happy with a situation and you're at a crossroads when it comes to this area this week, Saggies. Some of you are about to make an important decision. You're either quitting or leaving or getting away from a business or a business partner this week because you're not happy with the situation. You're not happy with the situation. You're feeling trapped. It's like a dead-end job or some corrupt type of business going on that you want to get yourselves out of as soon as possible. And so you're at a crossroads this week. Like, how am I going to get myself out? I either quit, go into business for myself, retire, but get myself out of this situation, because you can see that for some of you, this will lead you into legal trouble. There's a lot of misunderstandings happening with certain individuals this week. So that's why we can see that Sagittarius this week may be holding back, detaching, or removing themselves from certain people, places, and things this week, because you're going to start seeing what's not healthy, what's not good for you, what can get you into legal situations that are not going to play out in your favor, or in a situation where you're losing out a nest egg, where you're losing money, where you're not making enough, or where someone is not paying you your worth, or where you're putting more than you are receiving. So this is in any area of your life this week, Saggies, where you feel like you're putting way more work or way more investment in someone or something, and it's not paying off. Or, you know, this is like someone trying to get you to get involved in something corrupt, and you're starting to see this, and so you're backing out slowly, okay? It's like I'm going to exit slowly where no one notices, but I'm slowly falling into the background, disappearing, leaving, exiting stage left, because I know this relationship is not good for me. This job is not good for me. This offer is not good for me. It's not fair. It's not fair. You're a good person, but other people, Sagittarius, are very shady. There's a lot of snakes in the garden this week. And so you're getting out of the woods. You're getting out before you're trapped. That has been your weekly tea from Sagittarius' Kettle this week. May you have a blessed week ahead, Sagittarius. Ciao. Capricorns, welcome my little goats to your weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your oracle reader, the Gem Star, here to pick up Capricorn's kettle and spill the tea. Let's see what is going on for my little goats this week. Cappies. Ooh, Cappies. Great passion. Great passion coming at you this week. Okay, somebody throwing themselves at you, throwing themselves in your arms. There's a lot of passion. All right, so you may be trying to overcome an obstacle, maybe overcome a writer's block. You may have felt a lack of energy or motivation or passion lately, and there's an inflow of it, like your cup being filled to the brim. Ooh, and for some of you, this joy is because you find a way to make money, get money. Yes. So for Capricorns this week, business, money, and finances look good because you took a risk, or you are about to take a risk. You're going to find a path or find a way this week to make money with what you're passionate about. Okay, so it's important that Capricorns follow their passion this week, because it is your passion, your drive, that is going to find a way to bring and attract opportunities for money, business, and finance this week. That's overcoming a block. That's overcoming an obstacle you may have had recently. Like ideas wasn't coming through you, and boom, this week is an aha moment. You see something, you get inspired by something, you overhear something, and that leads you towards taking a risk, really following a deep passion you have, or a passion that is sparked within you because of a conversation or something you see. Okay, this week that inspires you to follow a certain path or act on a certain passion or ideal that you have, that's gonna lead you to a path of money. Yes, Cappies. You are one of the zodiac signs that are good with business and good with attracting that money. I've met many a Capricorns, even great at gambling and game of chances. Now, when it comes to friends, okay, when it comes to friends and getting together with them this week, you may not be free or wanting to engage with certain friends this week. We're going to take a deeper look into that, but maybe friends are not coming through this week, or are not being very supportive this week, or you may not have enough time to spend with them this week. You may have to cancel a date night this week, or a hangout, or reaching out, spending time with friends this week, because you're a side business going on, or working on a project, something that's going to bring you financial stability or more money. You know, you may be taking up an extra job this week, taking on a second job, or this is your side business, something you're passionate about. You may have to work on a painting or a book or a script this week. Capricorns, you're working on something this week that you may have to cancel some plans with some friends, or you may not be having the support you want from certain friends this week. Okay. This is a time for change. This is a time to learn something new. This is a time to start a new hobby, something you're passionate about, a new sport. But we see that because you start something new, because you engage in something you're passionate about, learning something new stirs up a great passion within you, a new connection, a new hobby, a side business starts blooming and blossoming. But you know, when this occurs, this growth, this blossoming happens, Capricorns, you know, some friends or, you know, some people you usually spend time with start, you know, getting jealous or start laying guilt trips like, well, now you're moving up, Capricorn. Now you spend less time with us, Capricorn. But your true friends will support you during this blossoming, during this new beginning, during this change that you're going through. You're learning something new about yourself this week, Capricorns. You're discovering a new ability, a new talent, and you are being encouraged to follow your passion, follow that new learning, because that is going to open your mind and new paths. Some friends will, you know, stay behind. Some friends will not be able to go on this journey with you for whatever reason. And though it may be heartbreaking, there are those that are supportive, that are loving, that are caring, that are saying, follow through this week, Capricorns, because money paths are opening up. So don't lose out or give up an opportunity to improve, to evolve, to learn something new about yourself, about your skills, about your talents. Because, you know, there are distractions and temptations coming in the form of friends that are saying, come on, Capricorn, come on out and spend time and meet up at the bar, meet up at the casino, meet up at the, let's do this after school, or let's do this after work. And you want to put your energy and focus on something productive. There are a lot of people this week feeling like a third wheel. And so you may have to cut some people off, as we already told you, Capricorns. You may be canceling certain engagements, certain dates, certain agreements that you have made with certain friends. Especially for those Capricorns that are starting new relationships. All right, it's like your best friend always want to be there, or your sister, your brother, or your cousin always want to, you know, come along. If you're having that type of situation, this is a week to spend time between you and your partners, or between you and something that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're working on because you're blossoming and evolving this week. Or, you know, you're investing in something, spending time on something this week that is making you money. And so you'd rather be making money than wasting time hanging out this week, Capricorns. Ain't nobody hating. But for those of you that have started new relationships, go slowly. Get to know this new person because there may be some red flags. Also, there are third wheels wanting to always hang out with you and your other friends, or you and your partner, or just, you know, hanging around, inviting themselves. And you're going to have to confront this. Okay? This is decision week, Capricorns, when it comes to love and romance. Especially if there's someone that has been stringing you along, or there has been a lack of commitment, there has been a lot of indecision, okay, running around, the chasing, the running. Some of you, want to cut yourselves free from this type of situation. Third party situations, people that lack commitment. This is a week to be confident in yourself. Otherwise, you will lose out on an opportunity. You have skills, talent, and abilities that, when used, can make you money. But you need to be confident in what you're selling, okay? And what you're bringing to the table, what you're bringing into the world, what you're creating. Have confidence. Stand behind it. Network. Get yourselves out there. Or you will lose out on an opportunity to make money this week. Especially if there's temptation, if there's offers to go hang out. This takes you away from an opportunity to make money or to spend time doing something that you're passionate about. And if you are in third-party relationships, people that are playing with your heart, stringing you along, being indecisive, showing you a lack of commitment in a relationship, it's time to think about going your own way and cutting ties at this time, or being cautious and going very slowly. That has been your weekly tea, Cappies. Ciao. Aquarius. Welcome, Aquarius. To your weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your Oracle Reader, the Gem Star. Here to pick up Aquarius's kettle and spill the tea this week. Aqua. What is going on with Aquarius? Yes, the Gem Star loves singing to Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, opportunities for a windfall. Okay, so some of you were worried and concerned on how you're going to pay some bills, or if money owed to you is going to be paid, or you're going to get an opportunity that you've been wanting or applying for to make extra money. You've been worried, praying, concerned about it. There's some money coming your way, okay? There's an opportunity to make money, or some money getting paid to you, a check coming through, money finally coming towards you to get some debt paid, or to relieve some stress and frustration when it comes to money and finances. I see a lot of worry and concern in this area, like how I'm gonna pay this bill, am I gonna get this job, are they gonna give me that check, is that money gonna come through? It's gonna come through right on time, because we see some frustration, though not totally relieved from your shoulders. Like the entire burden is not taken off your back, but some of it will be taken off your back. There will be some worry, frustration, being relieved this week. Okay, Aquarius? It's like something had you, by the throat or by the cojones, and you were like, how am I going to pay this? Or am I going to get this money? Am I going to get this opportunity? And though you may not get freed out of this situation all the way, you will get some, okay? Example, you want 10,000, but they only give you 6,000. It's like you need a certain amount You will get part of it, but not all of it. So some of the stress is relieved, but not all of the stress. We're not totally out of the woods. Okay, but we're slowly coming out of it. Slowly coming out of something that's had you frustrated. Aquarius, this week, avoid confrontations. Avoid confrontations with someone who holds the purse strings, okay? This is a good week to not get into an argument or a confrontation or a standoff with the manager, the boss, your business partner, the matriarch, the patriarch of the house, someone who pays the bills, or someone who, you know, writes the check, signs the check for you. It's a good week to stay out of confrontations and arguments, okay? Because the way we can see Aquarius making money or getting some money this week, you can lose money, okay? You get into an argument with your roommate, with your partner, with your whoever you live with this week, and they move out and there's money going out the door, okay? That's an example. You get into an argument with your manager, your boss, the owner of the company, your business partner, and they walk out, okay? Or you can lose out on a bonus or a raise or a promotion because you're argumentative and confrontational. Now, this may be at home or at work where there's a gossiper, okay? So there's some gossip going on this week. And this person may gossip, you may hear the gossip, because when they attend parties, okay, or when they come over to the house and they start drinking, you know, loose lip, sink ships, drunks speak the truth, all right? So this is like when somebody gets drunk, they start talking, they start gossiping, you start finding out things about them, about other people, because when they drink, they can't shut up. If you are one of those people, Aquarius, that when you drink, you started talking, all right? You start going around the party talking, know that this can cause problems. Because this is causing some confrontation to occur. So somebody, when they go partying or when they're around a lot of people, someone who likes a lot of attention, they start talking. They may say something that you don't like. Don't get into a confrontation, an argument, or a fight. Walk away from this person. Yes, something secret is coming out through somebody's gossip this week, Aquarius. And you should be unbothered by it. They're unimportant. What they're saying is unimportant. Okay? That's their problem. Whatever they have to say about you is their problem. Their problem. You are to avoid all confrontations this week because it's going to end up in a disappointment. Let somebody else make a fool out themselves. Don't engage. Don't get drawn into an argument or confrontation, Aquarius, this week because it can end up a loss for you. Let the loss be for them. Don't say anything. Avoid the confrontation and walk away. Because they just like stirring the pot, okay? They just like stirring the pot, getting a reaction, making people, you know, look bad, making themselves look good. Like, oh yeah, you see, my gossip must be true because look, they're reacting. Don't give it to them, Aquarius. Do not give it to them. Keep your mental stability. and walk away. Walk away. This is a week to pay attention to your money, your business, your finances, your work. Because if you mind your business and you continue to work and do what you got to do, money will eventually start coming your way. But if you get into a confrontation or argument with someone because of what they're saying, then this may cause an obstacle or even a loss for you. That has been your weekly tea, Aquarius. Ciao. Pisces, my little fishes. Let's see what is going on with Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to Kettle Messages Tarot. I am your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar, here to spill. You guessed it, the weekly tea. Let's do it. Let's do it, little fishes. All right. And the tea from Pisces Kettle is starting to spill. Ooh, Pisces. Are you dealing with Aquarius? Because Aquarius was just dealing with a gossiper. And now, for Pisces this week, keep your mouth closed. Okay, check out Aquarius. You may have Aquarius somewhere in your birth chart, or you just may also need to listen to Aquarius's message. But this week, the advice for both is to keep your mouth closed, because it can cause a lot of problems. Even be careful what you share with your bestie or with your closest confidant this week. Some things don't need to be said, Pisces. Some things that you know about, whether psychically or physically, knowingly, needs to be kept to yourselves this week. Because someone here wants to use what you say this week against you. They're going to put you in a bad light. They're going to ruin your reputation, defame you, use it as blackmail, use it to hold it over your head, to intimidate you or to threaten you with. Be careful what you're sharing with others this week, because they will not hesitate to use it to their advantage to destroy you, to stab you in the back with. Okay? It's best not to listen to gossip, not to get involved in gossip, and not to be the gossip spreader, the pot stirrer, the instigator. All right? And if it's not you, then it's somebody coming to gossip with you. Don't repeat it. Don't even listen to it. Okay? Because if you listen to it, you may have ammo on someone and you may be tempted to use it this week, and it will cause a lot of problems. All right? Whether you're the one using gossip as ammo or someone else is going to use gossip as ammo, it's going to cause a lot of damage either way. That's too many. That's too many, Pisces. You want all the gossip. Yes, all the juicy tea. Yeah. Someone close to you. A friend. A sibling. A child. Even a child can blow up your spot, right? Even your child. You can tell your child something, or your child overhears you talking to someone, and then they go to the other parent, rat you out to their sibling, rat you out to someone in the family. Just repeating, because a parent just repeats. So someone is just repeating what someone else is saying or something else that they've heard. And because they're repeating it, it causes major damage, major catastrophes. Okay? And this may be a wish granted for them. You know, Pisces, I feel like there's an enemy or a frenemy, someone jealous, someone full of hate towards you, or resentment towards you, holding something secretively, a negative emotion secretly against you. And once they hear you gossiping, or once they hear some gossip about you, they're going to be so happy to spread it, because they can't wait to have something on you, or something to, stab you in the back with, something to take down the ship, because they're jealous and they're hateful. Okay? Oh, yes. You see, Pisces, you come off very confident. You own your power, Pisces. Okay? You could be a successful businesswoman, or, you're just a great employee. You're just a great person overall. Okay? You have best wishes and good desires and feeling towards others. You get a lot of love. Okay? You may get a lot of love. A lot of things that you wish for, you hope for, you come off as very lucky, right? So to other people, Pisces, this week, they're seeing you shine, they're seeing you blessed, they're seeing how lucky you are, and they want to get something on you, some dirt on you, to make you look bad, to bring you down, to defame you, and they're just waiting. So stay out of gossip. Don't feed into gossip. Watch who you're sharing your successes with, okay? This is also the energy this week, Pisces, of when a blessing lands on your lap, it's best to keep it to yourself. Every success and every win doesn't need to be shared with everyone. Sometimes even your closest ones could be driven to resentment, hatred, and jealousy, because something good happens. Yes, there is a big win for you this week, Pisces. Something will turn out successfully for you. A dream, a wish, a desire is being fulfilled this week. Keep it to yourself. You're finding out you're pregnant. Keep it to yourself for a while. You got engaged. Keep it to yourself for a while. You're getting into the college of your choice. Keep that to yourself for a while. You won the lottery. Keep something to yourself for a while. You started a new relationship. These are examples. Anything can happen. Great, good, an emotional fulfillment this week for you, Pisces. You are being encouraged to keep it to yourself. It's gonna stir hatred, jealousy, and resentment from others. And they can't wait to bring you off of your cloud. They can't wait to knock you off your pedestal. So be careful with what you say this week, okay? Because not everybody is going to be happy about this win. Even the closest to you can stab you in the back. That has been your weekly tea, Pisces. May you have a blessed week ahead. Ciao. Aries, my little rams. Welcome, Aries. I'm your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar. You are tuned in to Kettle Messages Tarot Weekly Tea Live with the Gemstar. And we're picking up, oh, there it is, Aries' tea kettle. And we want to spill the tea. What is going on for Aries? We'll accept it. We'll accept it, Aries. Yes, indeed, my little rams. Let's see what's going on for Aries this week ahead. Okay, Aries, this week there's an obstacle. Whether this is a person, place, thing that is causing delays or is coming between you and something you are working on or you are working towards. Temper, Aries. Ooh, temper, my little rams. Little god of war. Ooh, Aries. Aries. Watch your temper this week. Oh, when somebody tries to come between you and something you want, it is not a pretty sight. All right? Someone is trying to take you off center, trying to get you out of yourself, trying to get a negative reaction out of you this week. Whether they trying it deliberately, because for some Aries, I can see someone trying to deliberately, stir this anger within you. But something may not work out the way you want. And you may have the biggest temper tantrum this week. Or you may just be outright angry and disgusted. Okay? Watch it with physical confrontations, verbal confrontations, fights this week. Because it can get very ugly. There's a need to watch your temper. Put down the stick, walk away. Don't allow someone to provoke you this week, or someone will be sorry. Someone will be sorry. And it's all because somebody is messing with someone's livelihood, with someone's foundation, with someone's money, with someone's marriage. Okay? Aries, you are working hard towards something, or working hard at keeping what you have worked hard for. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's a business, whether that's a job, whether that's a project, I don't care what it is. You have put your all into it. You have been fighting for it. This was a hard-earned success. And you will be damned if somebody comes between you and something you need to get done, or something you want, or something that you are fiercely protective of. Whether that's your reputation, a job, a person, a place, a thing. You are fiercely protective of this. And if someone tries, if someone tries, okay, yeah, someone is trying to mess with your job, mess with your marriage, mess with your business, okay? And you are simply not having it. Some of you are even hiring contractors, construction workers, but you may be working on your home, or this is a business, and there are a lot of expenses and a lot of bills. A lot of surprise bills this week. If you are the budget manager, if you work with the bills, if you are the bookkeeper, okay, if you are the accountant, if you are the matriarch, the patriarch, the head of the household, you are seeing a lot of expenses coming through. And you're losing your temper, you're losing it. Like, where the hell these bills are coming from? Why are these bills so high? You want answers. You want answers. And it's like, if you have to roar or ram somebody with your horns, you will this week. You want answers. You want answers as to why these bills, why this money, why is it going out? Where is these expenses coming from? It's like every time you turn around, there's another bill. Every time you turn around, there's less money in the bank. There's less money in your savings account. There's less money in your retirement. There's less money in your stock. There's less money. Or every time you look, there's another bill. And where this is coming from, who's generating all these bills? You want answers. or you're gonna need answers on how to straighten out and pay these bills. Yeah, you're ready to take action. You are ready to take action. You are going to speak up this week, Aries. Indeed, with your roommates, whoever lives with you in the house, whoever you are in business with. If you are a boss and you have to answer for the bills, the finances, okay, of the business, the company, the department, you are asking someone to explain expenses, or you are going to have to explain to someone expenses. Okay, this is like renegotiating with a roommate. Like, oh, wait. I rented you for this amount, but you've been spending light, you've been doing this, you've been doing that, you've been using my toothpaste, and you're causing an extra expense that I don't need. And you're ready to check that, Aries. It's like all these financial responsibilities are falling on you this week. You want answers, you want replies, or you're going to have to give answers. Missing opportunities this week, Aries. Some of you, because you're caught up in emotions, this is a separate message, Aries, not for all, maybe for one of you specifically, because you do not follow your intuition, or because you act impulsively, or you act from a place of emotion and anger, you lose out on an opportunity. Okay? This is like getting upset with somebody you dating and then they just don't want to see you anymore after that. This is having a confrontation at work and, getting fired or losing an opportunity to move up in the ladder of success because you can't control your emotions, or you get confrontational, argumentative. You may lose out on an opportunity this week, Aries, because you cannot control your anger. Or someone may lose an opportunity with you that they could have taken advantage of, or they could have jumped on the success train, but because they've angered you, they've confronted you, they've done something to you underhandedly, said something nasty, okay, or could have come between you and your job, or you and something you care about, you love. They lose out on a friendship with you, on a business opportunity with you. It's like because someone here this week gets angry, an opportunity is lost. This week is not a good week to depend on certain friends. All right, Aries? They're going to let you down this week. They're going to be undependable this week. And so this is like if you are in business with your friends, or you've made plans with friends to make some extra money or to come through and help you out with something. It's important not to lose your cool with this person, this friend, if you value the relationship and or the business you have with them, because they will, break out. Or because someone is undependable, you may fire them, or you may cut them out of your life because they have came between you and something important, something that could have been business or money. They made you look bad with someone else, and because they make you lose out on an opportunity, then this connection can get, really ugly. It can get really messy, confrontational, argumentative, physically, verbally. So temper. Watch your temper this week ahead, Aries. That has been your weekly tea. Ciao. Taurus, my little bulls. Let me get a sip of tea. And let's see what we have for Taurus this week ahead. My little bulls, you are tuned into your live weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot with your oracle reader, the Gemstar. We thank you for tuning in. Let's get these messages. Ooh, something may have happened in the recent past that's caused you some heartbreak, some heartache. We see some tears here. Something has happened within the family. There may have been a loss of a family member or a friend recently. And there's some heartache, some heartbreak here. Ooh, Taurus. There you are. The bull. Ooh, do not back down from opposition. Show your strength. Show your strength. You're going to have to be strong. Something's happening within the family circle, and you need to be the rock. You need to be strong. Ooh, actually, the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is a Taurus, is a bull. So you need to be strong. You need to be the rock this week, especially when it comes to family. Because, you know, other people are breaking down. There may be some people, you know, mourning a recent loss. You may have to comfort a child, a sibling, a parent. There's a need to be there for a loved one that's having some difficulties in their life at this time, or dealing with something that has recently occurred. Someone here needs your support. Someone here needs you to help plan something. Okay, so if there has been a recent loss, maybe someone needs you to help them plan a funeral, plan a wake. You may need help at this time, but somebody is going through a loss at this time, and they need a rock. They need somebody to cry on, to lean on, to help them with this process. Someone may need help financially, okay? There's someone here that needs help financially, and they're reaching out to you, Taurus. They may be needing help around the home, or needing help finding a job. They may need some place to stay, and they're reaching out this week ahead. Someone here is having some financial difficulties, or someone may have had an argument with their partner, or a sibling or a parent, and they may be knocking on your door this week ahead, like, Taurus, can you please take me in? I just had an argument. I just got kicked out. I just lost my job. You know, I just lost my stability, my home. I'm going through some type of loss, and I need your help. You may be going through a loss as well, and this is come out, you know, out of the blue. Something has happened out of the blue. People weren't prepared for this. No one expected this to happen. Something just occurred, and someone is showing up this week and knocking on someone's door. Like, please help me. All right? Help me find a job. Help me find a place to stay. Please give me a place to stay. Give me a plate of food. Help me make these funeral arrangements, you know, like help me. Oh my goodness, Taurus, this person want to bring me to tears. If this is you, my heart goes out to you, Taurus. If you've gone through a loss out of the blue and it's like, oh my God, I need help. What I do. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. That's the energy I'm picking up for Taurus this week, whether it's you or someone else. This is sincere. Like, this is real. This is true. I can feel it. I'm about to cry for this person myself. All right, they're going through some legal issue or some instability in their life. A lot of things are going on. Something has occurred. You know, it's like someone lost their job or someone has died. Someone needs help. They don't know what to do. They don't know what direction to go. It's like they need to seek out help professionally, seek out help from the state, the government, from their city. They need to seek out help from friends, from family. They need to seek out help. They really need help. They really need assistance. That's the energy we're picking up this week. And you may be in the position to help someone. Okay, you may be a caseworker, social worker. You may own a business. You may be a boss, a manager. You may be able to help someone in need. Or maybe you have gone through a loss, right? Maybe you have gone through a divorce, or maybe you have gone through a death. And you've already dealt with that, and you know how to deal with the paperwork and the legality parts of it. And you can assist and help someone. This is what I'm feeling. And if this is you, then you're not gonna back down. You are going to get help, or you are going to defend and protect someone. You are going to come up to bat for someone, or you yourself are not going to back down. Like, if you're going through something difficult, Taurus, it's like dusting yourself off and picking yourself up, even though you may be feeling all this energy that we've just spoken about. Not knowing what's going to happen next, not knowing exactly what to do, not really having a plan. But it's not going to stop you, right? It's not like you're going to lay there and die. That's the type of energy I'm feeling, Taurus. Like, Taurus is not going to take it lying down. Taurus is going to get up. Ooh, Taurus. Yes. You have a mind of your own. Use it. Confirmation. It's like, even if I don't have anybody helping me during these hard, difficult times, you know what? I can help myself. I don't need it. I know exactly what to do, exactly where to go. Or even if I don't know, the universe got my back. I know God is going to find a way. I know I trust myself. You know, I've been in certain situations before and I'm still here. I'm still alive. I can make it through this. That's the energy. Like, blocking all the other negative energy or influences from around you coming towards you, and just blocking it all out and saying, no matter what I'm going through, I'm gonna get through this. You just watch me. Taurus, you just watch me. Okay? And because you follow your intuition, or you use your mind and your ideas to get you out of a rut and out of a sticky situation, there's some good luck that will come out of it financially. So whether, you see a distress signal and you look out for someone, and then the universe pays it back to you, something that you've already done in the past is going to be paid forward to you. It's like, in the stickiest situations, you still believe, you still trust yourself. you have this strength and this fortitude, and there's no giving up and no backing down. Not from Taurus this week. You can see them cry. You can see them boo-hoo. But know that they will get up and move forward. That has been your weekly tea, Taurus. You will either help someone move forward this week, or you will help yourself. Ciao. Geminis, my fabulous twins. What's going on, Gemmies? I am your Oracle Reader, the Gem Star, here to spill your weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot Live. Let's see what is going on for Gemini. Geminis, my fabulous twins, Gemmies. Yeah. Geminis. What's the energy for the fabulous twins this week ahead? Geminis. Let's pick up Gemini's kettle. And let's spill Gemini's tea. Gemmies. Oh, Gemmies. We'll take that and we'll take that. And let's spill the tea, Geminis. Woo-hoo. All right. You got a new attitude. Geminis, you got a new attitude. And it may be a new friend, a new romantic partner, a new love that's coming through. You may have a new home, or you just may have a new attitude. You woke up this week and said, the hell with it. It's like waking up out of a deep sleep or a zombie mode and you get to work. It's like, oh my God, I gotta clean this house. Or, oh my God, I need to move. Oh my goodness, I need to get a new job. Or, oh my goodness, I gotta change my attitude. But it's like Epiphany week. Like Gemini, you wake up and say, oh, I need something new to happen this week. There's even new romantic partners coming your way for single to mingle Geminis. Even if you're coupled up, there may be a lot of flirting this week, a lot of compliments this week. So take them, take the compliments, but don't get yourself involved in third-party situations. That's up to you. We're not recommending it. All right, Geminis, let's continue. All right, so, if you've been going through the doldrums, the same thing day in, day out, you don't feel inspired, you don't feel change, there's something missing in your life, Geminis. It's like waking up this week and saying, what is missing? And going out and going after what is missing in your life. If you're missing love and romance, then you're going out and putting yourselves out there, on the dating scene once again, right? Taking little chances in love, starting some flirting, start some chit-chatting. Geminis, you are the ones of the communicators of the Zodiac, so you shouldn't have any problem starting a conversation. It's important that if you're missing love and romance, you don't sit home and wait for it. You go out there and you put yourselves out there. But if there's a motivation, an inspiration, something lacking, something missing, you want to do something new, something inspiring, then this is the week to do it. Some of you may just wake up and don't want to live where you're living anymore, and you decide to move. You don't want to work where you want to work at, where you're working at anymore. You decide to quit, or you decide to look for a new job, or you decide to go into business for yourself. Or you wake up and you don't like the color the house is painted. So you go out there and you buy some paint and start painting. It's like you get inspired this week for change. You're thirsting for something new. All right? This is a week you can be soft and romantic and in touch with your feminine side. So you may change your look. You may redecorate, rearrange things, and do, change the colors to fall, to spring, to summer, wherever you're at, whatever part of the world you're at, whatever season you are in. Or, you're just cleaning house. But you're definitely encouraged to try something new. Or if you feel like something has been missing, then take some time out with yourself and ask yourself, what is missing? What would inspire you? What would motivate you? Would a change of scenery? Would a vacation? Would a break? Would a good book? Okay? A new love, a new friend. There are changes occurring in the home as well. You may be feeling loved and supported if you're married and already committed. You may be discussing, moving in together this week or making some changes to the house this week. Some of you may be single again this week, okay? With the Three of Swords here. Some truth may have come out. And you may have, broken up with someone and now you're looking for somewhere new to live. Something happened at work and now you're looking for a new job. Or something has happened where, someone has moved out or is moving in, or you're thinking of moving away or moving towards something this week. But you are definitely parting from sticky situations. Parting from people you have had problems and disagreements with. You may also get into arguments and confrontations. Be careful with those you live with. So there may be arguments and confrontations this week. Be careful what you say, because you could lose a friend or a lover this week because of something that is said. Or they may lose you, Geminis, because of something, said or done. Some type of betrayal. So for some Geminis that have felt betrayed, or there's some betrayal being exposed this week ahead, you are definitely clearing that out of your life. You are the king and queen of swords. So you're using that sword and cutting away that which is not serving you. So those people who have betrayed you, or you have had a lot of disagreements and problems and arguments with, there just has been, bad news. This can be happening at work, where there's, a lot of shadiness, snakery, backstabbing. You're feeling stressed out. You may have not been sure whether you want to stay or go. And this week is like, you know what? I'm going to go. It could be the same thing in a friendship, relationship, partnership, family dynamic, where you have felt betrayed, backstabbed, where you feel stress and fear and doubts. And you're cutting yourselves off from that. You prefer to focus your energy towards success, prosperity, health, wealth, good fortune, going out there and seeking out financial success or romantic success. It's like if you're in a dead-end job, then it's time to go out there and search for what's missing, what's going to bring you success and fulfillment when it comes to business, work, and career. If you've been feeling like something is missing out in the romance department, then you cut away with which is not serving you, which is not fulfilling you, where you feel betrayed and unhappy, and you cut, your losses this week, and you head towards new romance. You may not be happy in the home you live and decide to move. or someone decides to move out. Someone maybe decide to move in and, bring in some financial blessing. Or, a new romantic partner brings some emotional fulfillment. But this is a week where we see you with a new attitude. It's like instead of looking at the cup half empty, you're looking at the cup half full. And you're asking yourselves, where do I go from here? Coming out of an energy of negativity and woe is me, or just negative thinking, into a more positive one. It's like, you know what? I need to go out there and search for what is going to fulfill me, what is lacking in my life, looking for purpose, looking for love, going after my goals, making money, looking for a new job or starting your own business. Or maybe you need to move. You are going to have love and support from real people. Those frenemies, those that have betrayed you, backstabbed you, they may have been, part of your family circle, whether that's your blood DNA family or the family you've created, on your own, that someone has betrayed you and let you down. There has been some grief, a loss of a friend, a loss of a family member. You have been through a lot of loss for some of you Geminis recently, but there are still people who love you, the real ones that stick by you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they are going to be there this week ahead as you make these changes. There's a lot of changes, Geminis, that you're making this week, or you're thinking about making this week, and you're looking back, at all this loss, the betrayal, the backstabbing, the snakery, the masks falling off, and you're taking it all in, and that is stirring a new attitude in you. Instead of, staying stuck in this grief, in this mourning phase, it's like Geminis wake up and say, what do I do now? What's the next thing? What's the next step? What awaits me? You gotta take the first step, Geminis. Take the first step towards a new journey, because it is coming. That has been your weekly tea, my fabulous twins. May you have a blessed one. Ciao. Cancer, my little crabs. Ooh, let's sip some tea. Welcome, my little crabs, to the live weekly tea on Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar, here to tip Cancer's kettle and spit, woo, Cancer's tea. Yes, we're gonna go get it, Cancer. We're gonna spill some tea. Ooh. All right, sorrow and loss. You may be a Gemini, Cancer, or you may have Gemini in your chart. They're also, mourning and grieving. So check out that reading. Some of you may have a miscarriage. Let's talk about it. Some of you may have a miscarriage, or you may want to have children naturally, and it may be very difficult. Okay, someone here may have had a miscarriage, or they have lost custody of a child, or are losing custody of a child, or has lost a child. An adoption may not have gone through. There may be difficulty conceiving naturally. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay, Cancerians. You are the nurturers of the zodiac, so this message that's coming through is not a surprise. Some of you, your children have gone away to college, or have moved out of the nest, have left the nest, and this is heartbreaking for you because they're no longer the babies. They'll always be your baby, but now they're about to spread their wings and become their own person. And it's like crying, standing crying, waving while the cab drives away or while the plane takes off. Like saying goodbye to your child, not forever, but for now. For some of you, there has been a miscarriage or there's difficulties conceiving. And this is heartbreaking because you may want children or you may want more children. You may want to adopt. And that is not possible at this time. And others of you may have lost a family member or a sibling, okay? And you're thinking about them at this time. You may be separated from a loved one, not through death, but just separated, physical distance. And you're thinking of them and you're wondering if they're thinking of you. That can be also a possibility this week, where you're at a distance physically from a child or from a loved one, and you're thinking of them and you're wondering if they're thinking of you. Also, this may be a death, a physical loss of a child, of a sibling, of a niece, of a nephew, of a family member, of a close friend. And you're thinking about them at this time. Or someone you haven't heard from in a long time. You find out they have passed on or they're going through some loss at this time. I have a brief message. This is another message coming through for some Cancerians, that something hurtful could have been said, or you may be thinking of it. If your partner wants children and you cannot give them children, you worry about how they think of you. Or a partner has turned their back on you because you cannot give them children. Or you're not feeling the support of a partner through a miscarriage. Okay? Ooh, Cancer. Ooh, Cancer. I knew you was going to have to deal with emotions and have me dealing with your emotions. Okay, so there's some stability that will come back. You will stop crying. You will stop feeling this huge pain and weight of a loss. Not that you're forgetting the person, but you're finding ways to deal with a great sorrow. Okay, so for some of you, it could be a loss of a job and you're grieving over that. Some of you, it's a loss of a child. Others of you, a story is actually playing out where if you have miscarried or you have found out you can't conceive, a partner has turned their back on you, or you don't feel their support during this time of great loss and great pain. There is grief, worry, sorrow. over a loss of a job, a relationship, a child. But we see you coming through it. It's important that you get counseling, okay, Cancer, if you're going through any type of loss, or if you're going through a difficult health problem at this time, that you seek out medical and professional help. Have surgeries, go to the doctor, have those checkups, follow the doctor's orders to the letter. Seek out a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, someone you can talk to, someone you can cry to, someone that you can just let it all out with. Because you're carrying with a lot of grief and sorrow within. And this week, you know, don't be surprised if you're just sitting in the park and all of a sudden some tears start coming down your face. And you're like, oh my God, I'm actually crying out in public. It's because you have the tendency, Cancerians, to bottle up a lot of emotions. Take on a lot of your problems and other people's problems and sorrows and issues, and keep them to yourself. And this becomes overwhelming. And it affects your health. You can't concentrate at work. Your health starts declining because you're just taking on too many obligations or too many people's problems and situations personally. Like you're taking things really personally. Or if you've actually gone through a loss of death, then this is weighing heavy on you, and you need support. You need to talk to someone. There's also, if there has been a loss of opportunity, a loss of a job, not to get down on yourself. There's a need not to get down on yourselves. To dig in deep and follow through. Follow through with what you need to do, with what you know you need to do. Follow through with, applying for a job, looking for a job, or working through that business plan and making that happen for yourself. Because we see that you're going to be successful when you start focusing on the now, the present. You can't get lost in the grief and in the mourning phase, right? It's like, okay, I've got to get up. These bills got to get paid. They're not going to pay themselves. I've gone through a loss, but there are other people depending on me. Or I still have, my life to live. So there's a need to, as you mourn, still be able to bring emotional balance to yourselves in order to deal with the situations and move forward. Come out of a resting period. Come out of a time of stagnation and moving forward. That has been your weekly tea, my little crabs. And until we sit here again, may you have a blessed one. Ciao. Leos, my kings and queens of the jungle. Lion and lionesses, welcome to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your Oracle Reader, the Gemstar, and this is the live weekly tea. Let's see what's going on this week ahead for my Leos. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Leos. All right, we're going to accept them. Oof. Don't be tempted to lower your standards when someone is trying to get you involved into something that goes against you morally, or you just know is wrong. Don't let anybody drag you into situations that you know are morally wrong or below your standards. Right? What's that saying? You know, when they go low, you go high. Or, you know, if these people are low down and dirty, don't get down low down and dirty with them. Be careful who you are taking risks with or where you're taking risks. Okay? Because it seems like you are dealing with someone this week ahead, Leo, that doesn't take criticism well. And is closed off or self-righteous, or they think, you know, they know best, or they have the answers, or, you know, they want to do something and they want to get you involved, or they want you to do it with them, to get involved, to help them. And you are being advised not to get involved. Okay, that's like if people are talking bad about others, don't jump on the bandwagon just to please this person, just to go along with this person. You know, not to waken the dragon in them towards you, because you know that's wrong. Bullying others is wrong. Harassing others, picking on others, demeaning others is wrong. Or doing dirty or being corrupted is wrong. And this person, you know, or someone says something and they just want you to agree with them, and you know that's wrong. Whatever you feel is beneath you or is wrong, okay? It's not just, it's not fair, it's corrupt, it's just mean and cruel. Don't get involved, because some of you may get dragged into something just because you don't want this person's wrath to come towards you. It's like this person is talking bad about, you know, somebody. They have some type of influence or something, and you don't want to get, you know, on this person's bad side, because you feel like, oh, if you disagree with them or you don't agree with them, then they're gonna, you know, aim this criticism and this hate and this whatever they're doing to others towards you. It's not gonna do you any favors. Because you will be lowering your standards. It's like against what you believe in, right? It's like somebody is going on and on and on and talking about their politics, and you don't agree. You're being encouraged not to agree, you know, to stand in your truth, in your beliefs, your standards. Yeah, you see? Six of Spades, like get away. Get away from somebody who is tempting you to lower your standards. It's like they want you to attack another or criticize another or take some type of risk that is not in your best interest. Right? Woo! Warning. This Six of Spades is saying warning. A fate is going to strike and impact your work or your finances. If you do anything corrupt, it is you who will pay the price. If you are involved with bullies, corrupted people, corrupted business, corrupted, you're out here hurting people, doing damage, you know, joining gangs, robbing people, hurting people, karma is going to be paying you a visit. If someone has done you dirty, then you're being encouraged not to seek revenge, because this person's bad actions are going to be their own downfall. Somebody's karma, somebody's fate will play out this week because they've been doing people dirty. criticizing people, bullying people, putting people down, talking nasty about people, working behind others' backs, hurting people in one shape, fashion, or form. Someone is out here deliberately hurting other people, causing loss and pain and heartache to other people, and they want you to get involved. Or this is what they've done to you, Leos, and somebody's about to get their just desserts this week, okay? They're just desserts. Oh yeah, somebody who is all in their feelings, all in their emotions. They're bitter, they're resentful. They're bitter and resentful. And they've passed some type of judgment on someone, mostly you, Leos. And something is about to occur this week. Okay? There may be definitely a loss of a job, or if you handle money and finances, be careful and pay attention to the details to your work this week, because somebody could be trying to sabotage you. If you are a salesman and you are doing crooked business, you may, get caught out there. All right? Somebody, because doing dirt or doing crooked business, is going to get caught out there, and they're going to lose financially. There's a loss here financially. And if you have wives, mothers, aunts, sisters, or family members that depend on you, this is gonna cause some struggle. Or there may be a female in your life, lion and lionesses, causing chaos and destruction. Sabotage is the word for this week ahead. Be careful for being sabotaged or sabotaging others, or trying to do something underhanded or crooked, because there will be a price to pay. Don't let yourself get dragged into something you don't want to because you like somebody, or because you think somebody's cute. Okay? Don't take on somebody else's responsibility out of guilt, or you think they're cute, because what's gonna come after is not gonna be so cute. You're gonna get some unexpected help from someone. So someone is going to come to you this week ahead, lion and lionesses, and tell you, look, somebody is working behind your back, or you shouldn't be getting involved with that business or with that person, because it's going to cause you problems, trouble, loss. They're going to steal your money, or there's some shady business going on, something crooked going on. Somebody's going to leave you holding the bag. Somebody's going to sabotage you. Listen. Or if you see somebody about to get sabotaged, then you may want to warn them. Or if somebody is about to sabotage another, do not get involved, because somebody is going to get struck by lightning, and it's not going to be a pretty sight. Accept the help coming to you this week ahead, Leos, and don't fall into other people's games, especially their dirty ones. Have a blessed week ahead, Leos. Ciao. Virgos, my beautiful Virgos. Welcome, Virgos, to your weekly tea. This is the Live with the Gem Star, here to spill this week's tea ahead for my beautiful Virgos. I'm your reader, the Gem Star, and you are watching the Weekly Tea Live. Okay. Woo-hoo. So you are done and over with dealing with somebody aggressive, stubborn, confrontational. You are just tired. And, you need a break. You need a vacation. You need to get away from somebody. This week ahead, you may be dealing with a Leo, Virgos. Okay, you got the karma. We were just talking about karma with Leos. You might want to check their video out, their reading. But somebody, because they're being aggressive and stubborn, is going to cause some issue or some problem for you this week, Virgos. And you may want to exit stage left. It's like, I need a break, I need a vacation, I need to get away from you, or I just need to leave this situation, person, place, or thing all together. It's also advising you this week not for you to be stubborn and aggressive, because you will reap what you sow. If you get in somebody's face this week, Virgos, they will get in yours. If you start, it's like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing, Virgos. If you start something, there's going to be something this week, Virgos. And if somebody starts with you, there's going to be something too. And you may just be very classy, Virgos, and just walk away. Like, peace out. I see my Virgos saying, peace out. Or someone may get themselves into trouble this week ahead, Virgos, and you may tell them, I told you so. I feel like somebody's saying, I told you so. Like, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You may also be telling someone, hey, you're going to reap what you sow with me, okay, with Virgo. If you aggressive and you mean, you're going to get aggressive and meanness right back. Oh, yeah, third party interference. All right? A lack of commitment. Somebody, stringing you along. Or somebody in a new relationship already, throwing up some red flags. Like, you just started dating this person and they're coming off really controlling and aggressive towards you. And you're like, oh, hell to the no. I'm not going to put up with this. Or, you find out that somebody is not as committed as you thought they were. And they're seeing other people, or they're leaving their options open. This can be lover, friends, family, where you make some agreement, with someone, and then someone just changes their mind, leaves you holding the bag. Or you got a group of nasty friends that you can't count on. Someone making you feel like you're the one, but they're not telling you that they're still talking to their ex, or they're still entertaining other possibilities, other ops. Yeah, if someone has made you a promise, then they will break their promise, okay? They will break their promise for someone else, for something else. But there's someone here that's going to disappoint you. And a part of you is like, you already knew that this person was either lying, cheating, or this person was betraying you somehow, or was gonna let you down. Okay, it could just be somebody just letting you down, simply not coming through, or not keeping their promise, or not keeping their word. Somebody just backing out last minute. Or a new person that showed a lot of romantic promise but is now, backing up. You're talking less, texting less, seeing each other less. They're going cold. Or you see that they're always distracted, always online, talking to other people, but blocking you or ignoring you. But a part of you knew something was going on, or knows that something is going on. And you're about to make your move this week. Like, oh, no. I'm not going to stay in this situation. I'm not going to stay where somebody can't make a decision, someone lacks commitment, or there's a lot of red flags already going up in this friendship or this relationship, and I should back out. Yeah, there's a lot of jealousy going on here. A lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. You could be dealing with someone, Virgo, this week that's always accusing you of cheating, okay? They can always be accusing you of cheating. And it's like, you know what? I'm done with it. If me not being here, it's like Virgo is saying, if Virgo is not good enough, just being here and showing up and taking care of you and doing this and doing that, and that's not enough, that doesn't prove to you I love you, then, hey, I'm going to leave. Or, Virgos, if you don't show up, for someone, or you break your promise, or you come off indecisive or aggressive or stubborn, or, you start accusing your partners of doing this and that, or your friends of doing this and that, then know that somebody this week is about, had enough with this type of behavior. It could definitely be you. You've had enough with somebody's hot and cold, up and down, passive aggressiveness, false heart, or just not coming through, just not doing what they promised, not keeping their word. You're gonna find out this week, Virgos, and you're gonna tell yourselves, like, this is karma. I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. Or something is gonna happen to someone else, and you're gonna be like, I told you so. I told you so. Or someone has done something to you, and you are going to see karmic justice this week. Like, if somebody broke your heart, somebody chose someone else, someone decided to ghost you, to break free from you, to cheat on you, to break promises towards you, this is going to happen to them this week ahead. And you are going to have, front and center. You're going to see it, or you're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about it. That's the confirmation of where I feel Virgo is telling somebody, told you so. Or in your own mind, you're going to say, see, I knew it. I knew it. I knew the universe had my back. I knew that they were doing this to me. Or I knew they were going to do this. Or I knew they were going to do that. But be careful, because karma comes to, it's just that energy that you give out that is returned. So it's simply their actions, their energy, their deeds, their choices and decisions is just coming back, to pay them a visit. So know that if you have, broken hearts and broken promises, it may be you receiving some news this week that, somebody is done with it. But I feel like it's Virgo. It's like, I'm done with the fighting. I'm done with being, having to deal with aggressive, stubborn, confrontational people. I don't like this energy. I'm done and over with it. And I am out, Virgo says. Virgos, have a blessed week ahead. That has been your weekly tea. Ciao. It's your Rita the Gemstar. Thank you so much for stopping by, sipping some weekly tea with us. Support your content creators. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And to receive your own personal private reading, book it at our website, kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site, in the description box below. May you have a blessed week ahead. Ciao.